So we're obviously a few seasons deep into Formula E now, and I've just been working on some updates on the music. It's going to get a lot more loud now. There's a lot more rock elements coming into it, so that means big guitars, big amps, a much more aggressive attitude. You all right, mate? In you come.
Hi, man.
How you doing?
All right, you? Blimey.
Good.
Full house.
I know. The team's back together.
I sort of head all the music side of stuff for Formula E, whether it be in broadcast or whether it be the DJs that we have playing at the race. It's pretty exciting. Worked with Gareth since day dot, since beginning of 2014. He has produced some absolutely wonderful music, and can't wait to hear what he's got to play for us today.
I started in big noisy rock bands, and growing up in London in the late 90s, big into jungle and drum and bass as well. And then I moved from that into kind of writing for games and TV and movies, and just applying the same aesthetic the whole way through, which is kind of punchy, aggressive, hard-hitting music. The initial discussions with Formula E, they gave me a very open brief. It's street racing, fast cuts, wanted to appeal to a younger generation of race fans and make it more of an all-day event. So I just kind of merged my sort of film and TV and gaming background with the grandness of the event. So it's kind of like cinematic drums, there's a lot of EDM influences in there. It's aggressive, it's fast, and that's kind of what I wanted to deliver with the soundtrack. The chance to work on something from the ground up and design the experience for people watching it was just too good an opportunity to pass up. Right, so I'll play some tracks then. This one is a track called Punch Up, something that was going to work as a bit of a hype track to have like playing trackside pre-race. Yeah, it was a chance to get the big guitars and the big beats out together. So for this track I relied on the tried and tested combo of Gibson Les Paul Custom, which we got over there, and my mountain of Valve guitar amps. Growing up being a massive fan of Rage Against the Machine, I've got my whammy pedal out in honour of Tom Morello, so if you're watching this, Tom, thanks for the inspiration. It was just an excuse to get all the toys out and get really loud and get really fun. So. One of my favourite things about working with Formula E is seeing how they use the music that I'm making, seeing people's reactions to it at the trackside, because the music's actually being played out of the PA. So people watching at home and people at the race are kind of sharing the same experience. That's exciting. And also just fast cuts in some of the world's most amazing cities. Electric cars racing around with your music playing behind it. It doesn't get boring.
I was working at Ministry of Sound for 10 years as head of events there, also DJ'd for them. I am now more executive produced, so I manage our resident DJ called EJ, and EJ has actually got some gigs planned in China ahead of Hong Kong, which is going to be absolutely fantastic in mainland China, and the plan is to have him touring around the world as well as playing at the Formula E events. Right, so now Gareth is going to be playing the drums to one of our new tracks, Out of My Way. Check it out.
Go-to points of inspiration were things like Tron, games like Gran Turismo, but then also kind of like movie soundtracks, and you know, like big fan of Hans Zimmer, Clint Mansell and people like that. Dark orchestral scores, and yeah, sort of people that are doing really interesting, non-traditional things in cinema. Thanks for coming in and having a look at what we've been doing, and you can look out for the new music across the new Formula E season.
For weekly Formula E videos, click subscribe on the left-hand side. To watch the next one, click the icon in the centre, and remember to hit the like button and leave your comments down below.